Hi, I'm here in Malibu Beach, California, to talk about the 1987 classic, Summer School, directed by Carl Reiner, starring Mark Harmon. We'll take a look at the directing career of Carl Reiner. We'll have a look at where this film sits in the pantheon of 80s teen comedies. We'll talk about the British Board of Film Classification. We'll also have a look at Hollywood classic screenplay structure. And because this is a big box review, we'll also be able to look at the trailers on this thing. Let's go. Cowabunga.
Freddie Shoup loves to cut class, hates to do homework, lives for summer vacation.
Look, Freddie, you're a semi-charming guy and a real snappy dresser. You're just not the kind of guy I date anymore.
Yeah? What kind of guy you dating now?
Oh, the kind who wears socks.
And the only reason he hasn't been expelled yet is because he's the gym teacher.
Mark Harmon plays Freddie Shoup, an immature high school gym teacher who is looking forward to his vacation in Hawaii. On the last day of term, the English teacher wins the lottery and quits. This puts Vice Principal Gills in a predicament. He needs someone to teach the summer school class. He threatens Shoup with the removal of tenure unless he takes the course. Shoup is left with a group of underachievers and ne'er-do-wells. How will he get them to study for the test at the end of the summer that they all must pass? Well, he has an idea. Bribery.
Mr. Shoup, look, we don't want you to lose your job. Think about what you're asking.
You want us to study?
The thought did cross my mind.
But what's in it for us? What do we get out of it?
Literacy? Oh, I'm sorry, that's...
Director Carl Reiner is 107 years old. By the time you listen to this, he's probably dead. Not that anyone is listening. Carl Reiner started his career writing for television for acts like Sid Caesar and Dick Van Dyke. He would later partner with Mel Brooks. His film directing career is defined by 3 movies he made with Steve Martin between 1979 and 1983. The Jerk,
Stay away from the cans!
Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid,
Cleaning woman!
and The Man with Two Brains.
Michael,
Yes?
were you out on the lake today kissing your brain?
No.
After that, his directing career is hit and miss, to say the best, with the exception of Summer School. He has a cameo in the film as the English teacher who wins the lottery.
Gills, Kelvin, I did it. Look at this puppy. 50,000 big ones. You know what this means? No summer school.
Wait a minute. You gave me your word.
That was the old word. My new one is money.
A man of your integrity would let a mere 50 grand weaken his commitment to education? I have seen lesser men win millions in the lottery, go right back to bussing tables.
They're friggin' morons!
In the 1980s, the UK government passed the Video Recordings Act, which technically banned about 250 films. Amongst them, classics such as The Evil Dead and The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. At the same time, the BBFC was under the heavy sway of James Furman. Anything with splatter or gore was passed as an 18 certificate. Even then, films were heavily cut. Summer School, however, is a 15, and it has gore. As daft as these scenes are, I got a kick out of them at the time, because it was the only splatter I could get my hands on. When Shoup offers the children a bribe for their time and effort in the tests, the characters Chainsaw and Dave choose 2 things. They want a party at Shoup's house, and they want a screening of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in class.
You arrange a screening in class of the greatest movie ever made, the 1973 Tobey Hooper classic, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The British Board of Film Classification cut 48 seconds from the UK rental version of Summer School in order to remove all trace of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Here is the UK rental version.
Good Lord. I don't want to know what this is, do I?
No, probably not.
And here it is, uncut.
She screams so well. Oh, don't be a wuss. Shut up.
Run.
Larry! Larry, wake up, you're missing this.
Larry's not missing a thing. I'm asleep.
Oh, no! That's not a real person. It's a stunt man. Okay, now this right here isn't gonna bother him because he's insane, okay?
Good Lord. What are you watching?
Do the dance for me, baby.
New film from the district. Safe use of power tools.
Special delivery. I don't want to know what this is, do I?
No, probably not.
The 1980s was the decade that defined the teen comedy. Films set around the hijinks of students at high school and college campuses. This is because in 1978, John Landis released Animal House. It was a huge success, and the studios were quick to cash in with films like Porky's, Revenge of the Nerds, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. These films all had two things in common: boobs. It wasn't until 1985 that John Hughes came out with The Breakfast Club. This saccharinized the genre. He swapped the jugs for hugs. Yeah? And this is where Summer School fits in the family-friendly end of the decade.
We going on the freeway?
I think we'll just stay in the neighborhood. Mr. Grandpa, why are you driving with only one hand?
Oh, this hand's got to be free to put around the babes. What, are you marking me off just because I'm doing that?
Watch the dip!
As I mentioned before, this is an ex-rental copy, and that means there are trailers. Summer School was produced by Paramount Pictures, and this was released by CIC Video. Big names. So the trailers are for some high-end movies. We have Adrian Lyne's Fatal Attraction. We have the aforementioned Jonathan Hughes's Some Kind of Wonderful. And for me, the pick of the bunch is Brian De Palma's Untouchables.
Paramount Pictures presents a Brian De Palma film.
I have forsworn myself. I have broken every law I swore to defend. I have become what I beheld, and I am content that I have done right.
You got nothing. And if you were a man, you would have done it now.
Never stop fighting till the fight is done.
The Untouchables.
Roger Ebert gave Summer School half a star out of 4. He's wrong, of course. It's much better than that. But what kind of an idiot rates a film out of 4 anyway? What does half a star out of 4 mean? Well, it means 1 out of 8 or 2 out of 16. Or if you like percentages, 12.5% good. If you like your films rated out of 5 like a normal person, it means 0.625 out of 5.
This officer is here to see that there is no cheating.
This officer is here to see that there is no cheating.
Festival of screw-ups and their king. Mr. Gills extends his warmest personal regards and best wishes.
Hey, thanks for caring, man.
In his half-star review, Roger Ebert complains that Summer School's simple structure comes straight from Screenwriting 101. In a sense, he's correct. Traditional Western narrative can be broken down into 3 parts: the beginning, the middle, and the end. Further analysis of the screenplay structure has revealed some of the following tropes: the inciting incident, the call to adventure, the obstruction, the feeling that all is lost, the climax, and the denouement. This structure fits perfectly on top of Summer School. There is not an ounce of fat on this film. Often when we're watching a film that is slow-paced, it's because it has strayed too far from this structure. So I guess what I'm saying is, if it was so easy to write a compelling screenplay, then I guess we'd all be doing it. Right, Roger? You fucking dickhead.
Come on, enough of this shit.
Ooh, now does that mean we can swear in class?
Shit, yes.
Hey, watch your fucking language. Watch your language, fart face.
Hey, reckless
Make
mind.
mine.
Rock. Don't you anal abscess.
Where are my friggin' car keys?
You have the dick brain that knows.
If I knew anything, would I be in this butthole class?
Suck my loggerhead.
Damn it!
Jism head.
Jism head. Yeah, good one.
One of my all-time faves.
Psychology. You give a child a license to swear, they lose all interest in it.
I certainly did.
I think you're full of bull.
It's okay, you can say bullshit in here.
I'm grateful.
So what else is there to say about this movie? Well, the young cast are excellent, especially Dean Cameron and Gary Riley as Chainsaw and Dave. Dean Cameron went on to have a prolific career, whereas Gary Riley disappeared off the face of the earth. Mark Harmon didn't do a lot of comedy after this, which is a shame because he really has the chops for it. To date, he's made 379 episodes of NCSI. This is an entertaining and underrated movie, which will always have a special place in my cold, dead heart. I give it 5 stars. Out of 7.
Congratulations. You've been chosen to teach summer school. No, I'm not a real teacher. That's all right. These aren't real students. They're unmotivated, irresponsible, not too bright. They'll relate to you.
You in this class too?
I'm teaching it.
No way!
Right off the bat, you show them who's in charge. Please take your seats.
Where should we take him?
Who is in charge?
I recommend this time I pass. You're gonna do well, Jerome. I can feel it.
I've seen some of your students. Very scary.
There's a very valid reason for summer vacation. The human brain needs rest.
I know you guys aren't exactly fired up about English, but we're stuck here. We're trapped like rats.
Tension breaker had to be done.
Mark Harmon,
You need an intelligent, sensitive man who can skate.
Kirstie Alley,
Do you know such a guy?
Oh, they're hard to find.
and the Oceanfront High Summer School class of '87.
They're as smart as you and me.
You and I. All of us.
Paramount Pictures presents a new film by Carl Reiner, Summer School.
I love this film. It had passion and a plucky spirit. Dave, I agree with you. Thumbs up from me.
Same here.
To sum it up, I'm Chainsaw.
I'm Dave.
We'll see you at the movies.